Hi guys, today's video is about fuel pump unit replacement on Jaguar X-type, but before we start I would like to ask you about one favor. You see that about 97% of viewers are watching my channel without subscription. If you are watching these videos not for the first time, please consider subscribing for my channel. You'll help me to promote and develop it, and you'll not miss new videos, especially short ones, which I'm going to publish quite often. Do it right now, and after that, let's begin. First of all, we have to remove the back seat. It can be done very easily. You should release the front end clips up, then press it backward with your knee and pull the back end up. After that, do the same from the other side of the car and you'll get the seat unfastened. Here I draw your attention to the hook securing the seat on its place. After the seat is removed, just draw your floor carpet aside and get easy access to the pump hole in the floor pan. I open the rubber cover cap and see the fuel pump lid on the top of the fuel tank. If you don't see it, your X-type is not 2.1 engine and you will have to Google for another manual. But in our case, the fuel pump is situated directly under the lid and I start removing it. As you see, the fuel pump hole in the floor pan was already prepared for easy fuel pump removal earlier. When I bought this car, I revised the condition of the fuel tank and fuel pump filters inside. I just widened the hole, cutting a kind of crescent with a grinder. I was very careful and I didn't damage fuel tank or fuel pipes, otherwise I would have got serious problems. One should be careful when working near the fuel tank, because gasoline and its vapors are highly flammable. You can also use hand cutters for the same purpose. After cutting the crescent, I cut a kind of patch from a thin stainless iron bar and attached it to the crescent with a rivet gun permanently and with 4 screws to the floor pan to make it easily removable. I had some remnants of my car's body paint and I painted it blue just for pleasure. First of all, let's start the engine so that to reduce the pressure in the common rail, so that not to overflood everything around with gas. I start the engine and make it consume the fuel from the common rail. I cleaned the fuel pump lid with rags from dirt and sand so that to prevent them from getting into the tank, and started disconnecting the fuel pipes. I pressed on the 3 clips on each pipe connector and disconnected them. Here I got a fountain of gas, in spite I had reduced the pressure with starting the engine. I think it happened because of the difference of temperatures into the tank and outside. In short, it's better to be on the safe side and open the fuel tank cap used for fueling and release the air pressure inside the tank as well. So I wiped the fuel with rags and removed the other pipe too. When removing the pipes, take care of sealing rings, 2 rubber ones and 1 plastic in the middle. We'll have to put them on their places again when installing everything back. After that, it's time to unscrew the lid. I have unscrewed it many times on my car, that's why it can be unscrewed with hands. but if it wasn't unscrewed for a long time before, you may need a special removal tool or just a hammer and a big screwdriver. Here you can see how I remove the fuel pump unit. I turn it counterclockwise and release from iron clips, securing it in the bottom of the tank. From here and on, you should pay special attention that you work with extremely flammable fluid and vapors, since the tank is open. Here I show you how I install the fuel pump unit. It should be turned clockwise to be secured with clips on the bottom of the tank. While you are watching the installation, I just want to tell you that the process of replacing the fuel pump when you get the fuel pump unit from the tank for X-type doesn't differ much from the same for other cars, and you can easily do it if you have such experience previously. As for me, I didn't want to change the fuel pump. The reason why I took the fuel pump unit out of the tank was some other experiment with the fuel pressure, and I'll publish a special video about adjusting X-type 2.1 engine fuel pressure regulator in the near future. Besides, you'll get to know what a spring is floating there in the plastic can. Just consider subscribing for the channel and stay updated. Here you have seen how I closed the fuel tank lid and tightened it with hands. I don't use any special tools so that to be able to easily loosen it in the future in case of necessity. I install the seal rings, 2 rubber ones and a plastic one in the middle, and attach the pipes to the fuel pump lid. After that, I plug the connector and make sure that the fuel doesn't leak from the connections when I start the engine. So you see, the fuel doesn't leak, so I install the crescent and close the rubber cover. The only thing that I have to do now is to close the pump hole in the floor pan and install the seat. I do it tightening the 4 screws and arrange the floor mat on its place. Here I draw your attention once again to the hook securing the back seat. You should press the seat first backward with your knee and then press it down and hook it to the floor pan. After that, just clip the front side with the plastic sockets in the floor, pressing the front end of the seat down. The same should be done from the other side. And that is. If you like this video, just don't forget to click like and consider subscribing to the channel.